It's the future, baby.
It is the future indeed. What's going on, y'all? We are here, JV Wins Dogon SS Conscious Approach live stream February the 6th. We need to start keeping track of these. One of these days, I'm going to go onto the channel and I'm going to count how many lives we've done so that we can keep a running tally. Each time we do a live, I'll say what number stream it is
Yeah,
just to
we out.
see how many of these we're going to do before the internet and the rest of the world realizes that we are amongst the best at doing this kind of content. Because
Thank
it's
you.
gonna happen at some point. It's gonna happen
Okay.
at some point. But yeah, y'all caught us at the tail end of a separate conversation. But yeah, we are here. JV Wins, Dogon SS. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to everybody for watching. Appreciate everybody who subscribed to the channel in recent weeks. We certainly appreciate it. We got a lot of feedback from the video we did last week talking about 50 Cent getting rejected by the NAACP Image Awards for Raising Canaan. So it was amusing going through those comments and reading what people had to say. Keep it coming, keep it coming. But yeah, man, so thanks to everybody for watching. If this is the first time catching wind of what we like to do over here on this channel, go ahead and do your boys a big old solid, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. We are well on our way, and we certainly appreciate you joining us along for the ride. Now, with that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get right to it. First up, we are going to talk about Waka Flocka Flame.
You.
So I don't know if you've seen this, but they've been doing this thing on the internet. This thing where a rapper does like a speed dating thing. They call it 20 women versus one rapper.
Huh?
Or I've also seen them do it with Charleston White. So I don't think they just do it with rappers. But I've seen Quavo had one. I've seen one with Charleston White, and now this is the latest one I've seen with Waka Flocka. And this was a pretty interesting clip because Waka Flocka basically swiped left on this one chick because he felt like she came into it a bit too strong. He
Mhm.
felt like she came into it doing a little too much extra. And so Walker wasn't here for it. He was like, I'm done. You can go ahead and keep moving on to the next girl. But I want everybody to see what it was that she was saying, which turned Waka Flocka off. So we'll go ahead and play this clip.
You.
We'll go ahead and play this clip here. This is Waka Flocka rejecting one of the women during the speed dating game. So this is 20 women versus one rapper. In this case, the rapper being Waka Flocka. And Waka Flocka just didn't have too much time for this one woman here.
Hmm. Walker.
Hello, how are you? My name is
You're
Brittany.
trying to seduce a nigga with your huh?
I am real seductive.
Oh,
I back, I swallow.
oh hell no, no. You
So
too out there.
hey, I'm 29
No, you out.
with a degree,
Hey, look.
massage therapist,
Sweetheart.
fuck back, swallow. I do it. I do it all. You don't like when a girl you good, suck you good, cook for you, clean for you, massage you, love you, beat her for you.
What you telling me shit a woman's supposed to do, not some credit. Well, again, right? You so in the open with it.
Like I'm just being real. Like I do it
That ain't being
all.
real to me. Being real to me is finding out who a nigga is before you open up like that to you. Go left.
Okay, okay. Okay,
Huh?
have a good one.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
he
god.
told he told her to go left. Interesting stuff. I don't know. Some people might look at that video and think that Waka Flocka went against type, given his rapping persona. But what did you make of this exchange? I thought it was kind of funny.
I mean, this was great. I mean, I couldn't have handled this any better myself. Honestly, uh, this was great. Now, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure she's used to living this way. Just telling whatever man of the evening what she can do. Cook for you, clean for you, all this other good jazz. I mean, that's a good rundown. I mean, honestly, if you're doing all these things, why are you on a speed dating show? Unless you're not telling me about the things that makes you available on the market. I think Walker sensed those things hiding in the shadows. Because honestly, the only person that comes out and says all of those things first quarter is that first quarter female. The one that everybody knew in high school, the whole football team knew, everybody in the hood, the projects knew. And she TV on the floor girl. And that's what this comes off. This that's what this comes off as. I'm sorry if I offended any television floor people, but air mattress on the floor. This is her. Toys all over the floor. You name it. Juices in the refrigerator. Food stamps, possibly. I mean, this is the
Jungle
kind of
Juice.
behavior. Yeah, this is the kind of behavior that this woman is giving off to me. Walker can see that from a mile away, and he doesn't want any time for that. If he want a bust down like that, um, I'm pretty sure he can get a better flavor. So he doesn't need this. Who needs that? To be honest. So yeah, I'm all in favor for him handling this way. And I feel like more gentlemen out there need to be stern with these fast women out here, such as this one. So what are your thoughts on Waka Flocka swiping left on the hood rat of the season?
The funniest part about that was once she realized that Walker wasn't going for the bait, she suddenly switched to her having a degree as a massage
That
therapist.
was phenomenal. The pivot on that was so swift, bro.
Yeah, she immediately goes into how she's a massage therapist with a degree, as if that's gonna redeem her.
Oh, that's great.
Uh, Newsflash to all y'all ladies out there. I'm pretty sure y'all have already known this. That is low on a man's priority list. Like, whether you have degrees or not, it's not really that high on the list.
Yeah.
It's more of an icing on the cake type thing than it is a prerequisite, certainly. Yeah, I think she struck out, obviously. But honestly though, I'm not defending her. But I understand why she came in with that approach. You know
Really?
what I'm saying? Her worldview, her worldview, right? She has probably spent I don't know how many years of her life. Because what does she say? She's 29. Is that what she said in there in
Something like
that
yeah,
clip?
probably,
I think
probably.
she said she was 29. So she's 29 years old. That means that she has for a long time, I would say maybe around 20 years or so, listen to rappers and Waka Flocka, his background, he's a rapper. So she's probably listened to rappers like Lil Baby talk about how he'll pay for the surgery. She's heard 2 Chainz say, take you to Dr. Miami for your surgery.
That's it.
She's heard uh French Montana talk about how they call him Mr. Get Your Tummy Gone.
Oh wow.
She's listened to so many of these rappers who reduce themselves
Get
to
your tongue.
being all about what I need to pay for in order to get you around here so that you can just, sleep with me. So, she's just pretty much ingratiated herself with that kind of courting process, to the point where that's just kind of what she's used to. So she really knows no better. She came into that exchange fully expecting Waka Flocka to capitulate to that, because that's what rappers do. Rappers just say, what do I have to spend? Okay, cool. I don't care. They are the lowest of the low when it comes to establishing reasonable standards with respect to what they expect out of women, and vice versa for the women who go after guys like that. So again, I'm not necessarily defending her, but the psychology behind that approach, I completely get it. And you know, to be frank, if
Mm,
she had the other way, talking about her morals and integrity and her values as a partner, I would have been shocked. I would have been surprised. I actually expect her to come in with that approach because she's looking at a rapper and saying, this is the only kind of meat that I need to throw at this dude. That's what rappers are all about. They'll pay for anything, they'll spend whatever, they don't care. They don't have morals, integrity, standards, values, principles. They don't care. They tell me in their music all the time that they'll pay for this, that, and the third, so long as I, at the end of the day, spread the legs open. So she thought no differently. This is just a sign of modern dating when it comes to this hip hop context. Now, whether these guys are like this outside of their music, I'm willing to gather that they are. Because why rap about it so much if that's not how you live? If you're not really about that life, why rap about it so much? Why it just so happens she must have ran up and she ran upon the exception, apparently. And Waka Flocka, he might only recently be an exception. Because if you go back to his reality TV days and the chick that he used to be with, the Tammy chick, she's a reality TV slash wannabe Instagram model type, hip hop video vixen type, chick. So Waka Flocka is probably somebody who's like, been there, done that. I'm over it. Uh,
Mhm.
he came to a point of enlightenment. Credit to him. But it's the ecosystem of the rap game and the hip hop subculture that has permeated in such a way that it facilitates women like that coming with that approach. She had a fully loaded barrel.
Boy.
I sex good. I swallow. End point. Like, that's all she needed to say. Like that's all that's all she needed to say. For her, that was all the ammunition that she needed until it wasn't. So yeah, I like this all the way around because number one, you know how I feel about men who need to be principled. I'm a firm believer that the world would be a better place if there were more men in it who are principled.
Mhm.
And despite whatever Waka Flocka's past may be, it would appear that at least when it comes to women, he at this point seems to be more principled now than he may have been in his past. And I like that. I'm a fan of it. And I am a fan of the fact that he basically told this lot lizard to keep it moving in the other
Yeah.
direction. Because,
Hey, that's how they
does not
look,
have
bro.
time. Yeah.
Hey man, I like ex of mine. She used to watch the Walker show, and so I'm catching wind of it, while it's on. But from what I remember from that show, man, dude was solid in the show. With stuff going on where the baby mama or his wife or whoever she was doing her thing, and he wasn't having it. He wasn't having it. He would always come in with a principled response or something that was just logical of why are you doing that? Or, what's this? What's that? Hey, do this before you do that. So he always came off as somebody that was um, you know, his rap persona is what everybody associates him with it. Bow, bow, murder, murder.
Yeah.
And so people think that and just automatically assume he's the average knucklehead that would say such a thing. But I remember, bro, even when we was in Tallahassee, I remember he was touring around doing EDM. And
Yeah.
I was like, Walker doing EDM? That was a smart play at that time, anytime, honestly, for him to convert over because you're not going to do shows saying pow, 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 you know. So that's over. So he switched over to EDM. He switches over to other things. He seems to be pretty resourceful. So he doesn't come off as the atypical trap rapper, goofball. And so, as you mentioned, she probably thought that, this is the game that I run at dudes at the club. This is what I tell dudes, and it works. I'm sure
Hmm.
it does. Because I ain't even, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. When I was in my 20s, all right, and if I was at the club and I'm looking for, some get down, and I run up on whatever, and she, bro. Sometimes it was whatever. And if she told me that she gonna X, Y, and Z, I would have been like, "Hey, let me get a couple more shots. And let's make this." This is that would have been me in my 20s. But as I get older, what comes with that. It's all kinds of shenanigans and hoopla that nobody wants a part of. Walker knows that first quarter, if you're coming out and saying those things, you already know what the rest of that's why the little, I was joking at the beginning, but I was giving that whole little rundown of how her whole life is. But that's generally what you see on the back end of these types of things. So yeah, it was funny that she pivoted over to the education thing.
Hilarious.
Yeah, but that's how she would have just kept pivoting, here, there, everywhere. It's just a problem. You just don't come out and say that stuff first quarter. I'm sorry. You
Hmm.
just can't say that. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. So well done. Hopefully there was a lot of young people watching that and go, oh man, I would have because yeah, man, like I said, man, young me, bro. in the club drinking, somebody says something like that, hey man, we can whoop de whoop. But you gotta live and you gotta learn, man. And you gotta know that these kind of girls are nothing but trouble. There's nothing but trouble that comes with that. And I'm pretty sure you can tell. So any woman, now not to say that a woman that approached him with the, more class isn't trouble, but these people tell you, hey, she says, hey, I'm trouble. By the way,
Yeah.
I'm trouble. I'm a big problem. I'll bust your windows. That kind of mentality. So well done. Swipe left, fellas. And let's get these lot lizards out of here, man. And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
no and stop giving them the time of day and gassing up this industry, man, because right now this is inflated, much like the financial sector. So there's some women out here that listen to too much Cardi B and Sexy Red. So look out, guys, and protect yourselves.
Yeah, she typecasted him. She typecasted him because if it was a real if it was 20 women versus one real estate guy, 20 women versus one IT guy, 20 women versus one hedge fund guy, 20 women versus one I don't know, insert whatever business owner. If it was
Mhm.
20 women versus that, she would have approached it completely different. But because he's a rapper and these rappers don't have principles or morals. They are the simps of the simps. They will literally pay for whatever. They'll even pay for these women to have fake body parts.
Oh,
She looked at him and she typecasted him as just another one of those without being aware that despite his outward appearance and his past musical persona, he just might be an exception. So she completely typecasted this guy. If it was any other type of thing outside of a rapper, she would have approached it differently. But then again, I don't think women like that would be in a speed dating thing with another kind of guy who's not a rapper type dude anyway.
exactly.
So it's a bit of a moot point. Um, but I think that just goes to show you what our preferences are in regards to this marketplace currently as it's currently constructed. And I'm with you. I liked it at the end. And here's the thing about it: as quietly as it's kept, even though it's not a big secret, but the the quote unquote good girls, or rather the women who don't come at you like that, who aren't on that aggressive stuff, who are a little more subtle with it, who do at least at first show different things of themselves outside of their, vagina.
Mhm.
They'll do the same exact things as the ones who are loud with their with that stuff. They're all the same. Like most of them, there isn't a tremendous degree of separation between what the more quiet women will do and what the louder women will do. The loud ones are just more obnoxious with it and make for less partners long term. So, I think a lot of us guys out here make the mistake of thinking that it's the chicks like this who are going to satisfy all of the physical needs better than the ones who are more quiet. And that certainly is not the case. The
No,
ones
not
who are more quiet, in most cases, are just as good.
nah,
Uh,
they out here, bro.
yeah, they are. They are just as equipped, they are just as talented in all of those various areas as the more loud ones are. And they make for better partners because they are more subtle with it. So I think guys just need to stick to their guns, stop following behind the examples of these rappers because they are the worst types of individuals to use as examples for anything in life, let alone choosing women. And I think Waka Flocka is an example of the right type of way to approach these kinds of women who are so loud with what they perceive to be their strongest attribute, which should never be any woman's strongest attribute, as important as it may be.
Yep. Sad state of affairs, man. But I'm glad that our fellas are waking up. And yeah, man, we need more than just sexual compensation. We need more than just cooking and cleaning. And so anything that she was railing off there, there's definitely another layer. So sorry, young lady, try again. Give her like 5 years. She'll hit the wall, and she'll realize what's going on. I mean, look like the wall already hit her, but she she's gonna hit the real one, and then maybe she'll realize that, and maybe the situation help her realize that what, maybe I shouldn't lead with my vagina, much like fellas out there shouldn't lead with their wallets. So
Yep, same thing. Same thing. She doesn't care though, because one thing I've learned about this world now is people aren't accountable, or at least they don't feel as though they need to be accountable for change. So she thinks that she's perfectly good. She'll just keep running that same game on the next hip hop dude that she runs up on, and he don't even got to be a rapper. He just has to be a hip hop type guy, because that's what she used. That's what she's used to. That's what she likes, and so she doesn't care that this one situation happened with Walker. To her game is still airtight, because for every one Walker, there's 10 more dudes who don't care. So, as sad as it is for me to say, there's no lesson to be learned here other than for guys to just be more principled.
Yep, stand on
So,
business. Stand
yeah,
on business.
yeah. Shouts out to Walker. Good job telling the lot lizard to go left. I like it.
Well said. Well said. Yeah.